Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Please ask me why I'm jumping like that. But hey, yeah, welcome back. As you can see, I am in my state of a kitchen, just back from shopping, and I'm gonna pack things away, tidy up, and cook the weirdest combination. I fancied salt and pepper chicken wings, and then I fancied jollof spaghetti. Yeah. So we're doing salt and pepper chicken wings and jollof spaghetti today. So let's get cleaning. What's more, putting things away really. I clean my kitchen. It's where I spend most of my time, but I clean the floor at least, things from tape. I clean the floor at least 5 times a day. It's white and it gets dirty so quickly. So yeah, here's me just tidying up. I hate cooking with the kitchen a mess, so I want to make sure that I just get everything out of the way. I don't know what I was doing with this ring light, because I actually needed the ring light, so I'm walking around with it like I don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, see that bloody ring light again. So come on friends, let's get into it. We know we're all here. If you haven't watched my channel before, or if you have watched my channel before, then you'd see my last video where I talked about my time living and working in Taiwan. So I want to give another story time of my time being there. And this was maybe 3 months, maybe, of me being in Taiwan. In fact, no, I lie. It was within my first month of me being in Taiwan. So I would get something called the MRT, which is the equivalent to the Underground here in the UK. Don't look at that bend. I'm old. But yeah, just sweeping now actually. To get that floor, I told you, I clean that floor at least 5 times a day. It's concentration though. So yeah, I get on something called the MRT, and that would be the equivalent to our Underground to get to work. And in the morning I'd see a tall black guy, and he'd be on the other side of the platform. And you know, my first day I gave a polite knowing stare and smile, and then the second day I gave the same polite nod and smile. Oh god, these guys, the Fanta, I'm addicted right now to these. I know the face says it all. I'm normally healthy usually, but these, oh my god. And then this Louis Vuitton water. I went to the Louis Vuitton exhibition and paid an arm and a leg like £12 for this, but it's really cute, so I'm going to mix that with the Fanta. Yeah. So the 4th day we wave and I say hey. But this time he's on my side of the platform. So I'm like, oh, morning. And he said morning, and I said morning back. And then he got on the train, he said, oh, where are you from? And I said, oh, I'm from London. And he said, oh, what are you doing here? And then, you know, we got into a little conversation, and I got off on my stop and I said bye and went on my merry way. So it got to a Saturday morning, and as you know, I was by myself waiting for Natalie to come. So I did everything by myself. And I said, I'm just going to train hop today. I just thought, right, let me get my travel card, the equivalent of the travel card. Let me get that, and I'm going to train hop. I'm going to just get lost so I can get found, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to not be scared of getting on the wrong train or going the wrong way. I just wanted to get familiar with the MRT, the Underground. So I went to my local station and got on the train. Got to the stop as usual. Who gets on the train? Yeah. So he says, oh, what are you doing today? And I said, oh, I'm going to see a friend. No, you're not. But I am to you. I said, I'm going to see a friend. He said, oh, I'm going to a show later on today, and I have some tickets. You should come. And I said, oh, I'm going to need to speak to my friend. And I remember him saying, oh, why don't you, in fact, come off this stop here, and then I will get my car and I can take you down to your friends. And I said, oh no, that's fine. He said, no, don't listen, don't worry. I know you're black, I'm black. Nothing's gonna happen. I should have heard red flags here when you are declaring your blackness and then telling me nothing is going to happen. If this was a horror film, you would be saying, Molly, you in danger, girl. Ow. So, did Hannah get off the train? Yeah, she did. Why? I don't know. I'm gonna add some pepper in here because can't go wrong with a bit of pepper. I was looking for a bit of pepper and I found that in the freezer. Thank God. Use my common sense sometimes. So Hannah got off the train. I know, guys, I got off the train. And he said, all right, just walk down to my apartment and I'm going to get the car. But I didn't know where I'm going to tell him I'm going. I'm not meeting a friend. I said, oh, why have I got myself into this? How have I got off the train? As we're walking, we're talking. And again, guys, this is like 20 years ago, 21, 22 years ago. I can't remember the full conversation, but we're having a conversation. We get to his apartment, or the outside of his apartment, and he said, oh, I'm just going to go and get the keys. Why don't you come up? I said, oh, no, I'm all right down here. He said, oh, you're still feeling nervous, yeah? I said, no. I said, I'm just okay down here. I'm going to call my friend. He said, just come up quickly. Oh, the pressure was rising. All the things I didn't want to do were happening. So I've gone into the apartment and made our way into the foyer. So I'm now trying to keep my wits about me, heartbeats going. I'm like, okay, you're going up. Oh, just quickly, this is a mixture of Szechuan peppers. I never can say that. White pepper, some sea salt, and some black pepper. And this is to make the seasoning for the salt and pepper chicken. So I just crushed that up into a blender and then I put that into a bowl, and then I used that for the seasoning. And here goes the jollof pasta. So I'm still doing the way that you make jollof rice, but it's pasta. So yeah, there's the rest of it in there. So yeah, back to the story. I've made my way up to the apartment. It's like we're going up into the 6th, 7th floor. Guys, I've got into the apartment. Hey, God. It was disgusting. Like the door could just about open. And I walked in and all the blinds were down. It was dark. The TV was left on. There goes the stock. I was still doing it all the traditional way, so still used the stock. And the pasta was cooked halfway, by the way. So yeah, the place was squalid. It was a studio, so everything was in one room. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with a studio. There's nothing wrong with a studio. But it's a studio. I was going to DIE in. Oh, God. And I can laugh now because obviously I didn't DIE because I'm here telling you the story and mixing jollof pasta. But it was the place that I said, oh, I cannot see my final hours here. So again, he's like, oh, would you like something to drink? Obviously, I didn't say the I was like, oh no, I'm okay, thank you. Oh, I think my friend's calling me. So I did that. This was an epic fail, by the way. I don't know what I was doing here, trying to get it all in the bowl. No, just take it away, clean it up. Just take it away, Hannah. Sometimes I do nonsense. I really do nonsense. But this is more about the story rather than the meal, you know? And the preparation and the cooking. You know, it doesn't have to taste good. So you have just putting that back there and getting ready for the frying. So yeah, he's offered me a drink. I don't want to drink. I want to go home now. I'm pretending to speak to the no friend that I have. And yeah, I do have jars, but the no friend that I have. And this is the batter, by the way, for the salt and pepper chicken wings. Guys, I'm so sorry. I seasoned the chicken wings with garlic that I had put into the oven, and I'd got them softened, so I've mashed them up. And then I used sea salt, some Chinese wine, cooking wine, and I mixed that all up in a bowl separately, and some soy sauce, and allowed that to set in the fridge whilst I was doing this. So in here is a bit of flour, and that's some baking powder going in there for the fluffiness, and then I've got 2 cups of cornstarch. So yeah, that's the batter. I'm sorry guys, I just couldn't show you, but I guess we all know what chicken is and we know how to season it. And if you don't, I just told you. So back to the story. So I'm offered me a drink. I don't want to drink. I want to go now. I'm on the phone pretending to talk to the nobody. And then I've stopped the conversation. And he said, oh, you know, so are you going to come to the show? I was like, oh, I'm not sure, because now my friend's, she's waiting for me. And he said, oh, you're in a rush. You're still worried. And now he's kind of like, he's shouting now. So that was the chicken I was telling you about. So I've just put the, now I'm putting in the flour and just mixing everything in together. And I let that sit for a little bit because I wanted every piece to be covered. So here now is the frying stage. I'm just frying it up. I mean, what can you say? Fried chicken. That's what it is. So now he's becoming aggressive, and I'm like, oh no. He really is. Today I really am going to DIE. And I said, no, it's just that I didn't want to leave my friend waiting. He said, does she know you're here? And I said, yeah. He goes, oh, I thought nobody knew you was here. Okay, I'm just going to shower. I said, shower? And yeah, you can wait for me, you can wait for me. I just want to make sure I shower because when I leave today, I might not come back. I said, okay, well, yeah, sure. You go and shower. He said, yeah, you just wait here. Here's the remote for the TV. By the way, I hadn't sat down. I hadn't moved from the door to where I first entered. I was by the door. I clearly looked uncomfortable. I said, no, I'm okay, because I'd like to stand. I like sitting. Even at 20-something, I liked sitting. But so he went into the shower. Okay. I'm standing there and I'm like, how far and how deep is he in this shower? I didn't even wait. I ran out. I ran. And I ran as fast as I could. I didn't know what way I was going. Didn't know if I was running back to the station, but I ran until I started walking around, and I just got in a taxi in the end. I just got in a taxi and told the taxi to take me back to the nearest station, and I got on the train and I went back to my room. I went back to my room traumatized. So guys, I'm just double frying this again. So I fried the chicken wings before just to get them brown and cooked, but now for the extra crispiness I'm going in again and I'm frying them just to make sure they're just extra crisp, because that is actually the key to the salt and pepper wings, is that first, you know what I mean? You do know what I mean. So I ran and I went back to my room, and that's where I stayed. And it really did scare me. Everything scared me there. I just sound like my time I was scared. But no, I don't want to put anybody off that wants to go away. But I just did things that scared me, you know. And I just think now, what would I, if my Eden came back and told me that story, or told me that she wanted to go and live in Taiwan or another country at the age of 21, would I be the same? Because I do remember that when I told my mum, she was like, no, you're not. I was like, yes, I am. I'm 21. I'm grown. Like, how can you tell me I'm not going somewhere? But I feel like my 21-year-old couldn't tell me anything. I'd have to say, but I wouldn't, would I? No. I wouldn't be able to stop her. And I guess I'll just equip her with the knowledge, basically. And my first thing would be, don't walk away and go to a strange person's house ever. That would be my first thing. And I think normally in the UK, I wouldn't have done that. But I don't know, it was the familiar face of another black person. I know, this sounds really bizarre, but it was a familiar face. And it was the fact that I was just lonely. So, I don't know. It's definitely something that it would scare me now. It scares me now to think, looking at myself in that situation, to be like I said earlier, it's a horror film. You'd be telling her to run, not run that way. And do you know something? I never saw him again on the train. Yeah, no, I never saw him again on the train. So, I don't know. All very strange, isn't it? But that was one of my most scariest times, I must say. And a time where I thought, your time is up. I actually don't know why I'm turning Losing My Life into a Broadway musical, because it's not actually funny. But I have to thank God for looking over me that day, because he surely was looking over me that day, because I could have met my maker. Sorry to be grim, but yeah, you know where that was going, guys. You know. So still browning the chicken just to get that extra crispiness, and moving on to the vegetables. So I'm putting in that ready-made seasoning that I made with the peppers into the pan. Oh God, look at that bit of chicken there. I don't know why I do this to myself. But so in there is onions, minced garlic, ginger, and the peppers there. God, that onion flying there as well. Sorry guys. And I just put a little bit more Szechuan. You don't have to do this step, but I just always feel that it just gets everything together and makes it taste divine. So yeah, there's me plating. And also, this whole meal, guys, cost 99 pence. And obviously you have your pastas and you have things in the cooker, in the larder. So I just used that, but most of everything I already had. So that's husband's. He's not a pasta person, so I didn't put a lot on his plate. And then I'm not really a carb girl, but anything jollof I will do. So yeah, I had to have a bit of jollof pasta, and I was looking for the flats because I do prefer the flats in the chicken. What do you prefer? But yeah, there's dinner. Not bad for a Monday night's dinner, eh? So guys, follow, like, subscribe to my channel to hear more.